There are 613 mitzvahs, deraisa, and 7 mitzvahs derabanan. In total, there are 620 mitzvahs. It's called the strings. It's 620 strings that are connecting us. It's almost like I want you to visualize as if we are a parachute. We are the anchor of the parachute, and then there are 600. We're the halo. We're the balloon, because everything is it's opposite. It's an opposite reflection, and we are held up with 620 strings. Every time somebody does something against the mitzvah, a loisesa, or is over an loisesa, or doesn't do an essa, whatever it is, I think it's over an loisesa rather, he goes against the essa also, the person cuts a string. All right, they cut off one string. That's what's called karas. Karas means that I'm cut off. I'm cut off from source. We are, anyway, I'm not going to get into what we are. Let's leave it alone for now. Because we're not. We are good. There are certain mitzvahs that are the core foundation of the mitzvahs. The core. One is bris milah. If you don't do a bris, you're not a yid. If somebody doesn't keep Shabbos, v'shamri b'nei Yisrael ha-Shabbos, lasas ha-Shabbosederes, and bris oilam, Beni even b'nei Yisrael, oisi lo olam. It's a bris and it's an ois. This is a strong, it's a handshake. We are holding on. Besides the little strings, I can do, God forbid, a small aver, and it's like, okay, whatever. It's affecting in a higher consciousness and clarity. Sometimes one day we don't see clearly. I'm having a struggle. I see a struggle. I'm stuck somewhere. That is a small chorus. There's one string that's missing. But then there are the big ones. If you over on that, then it's you cut off. It's chorus. So when somebody does not do Shabbos, doesn't keep Shabbos chas v'sholom, then there is a big that's a disconnect. There's no ifs and buts. So this is your answer as to why Shabbos is such a big one. Now, when somebody takes on a chlata and he's in a jam, and then he makes an achlata that he's going to do, so then you're retying that achlata machshava tova k'shbarach mitzav l'maaseh. A machshava tova is considered as if it was done already. So, as I'm making an achlata, and I'm saying that I'm going to do that, I'm taking upon myself to do that, it's already considered as if you're doing it, and that string is connected, it's reconnected now. The string is there, the minute you do it, it loads up. So, now we understand that the one of the core, now again, and also, when somebody is going through hardship, that's not really a reality, because choshech is not a reality. Choshech is just a lack of oil. Oil is a reality. Again, when I'm in a struggle, when I'm in a jam, when somebody hurt me, somebody did something to me, that's not really a reality. The reality is that I am good, that I'm connected. That's the reality. But something is in the way, blocking the sun from coming in. If I drop the shade in my house in the middle of the day and the sun is not coming in, the choshech is not a reality. It's just blocking the sun. The sun is the reality. And the same thing goes now while we're on the topic. The same thing is at night. Night is not a reality. Right? Night is only here now because there is a choshech. We're blocking the oil. And we spoke about it. It's oil masi. It's malchus. It's blocking. It's a parsa. It's a blanket. When Mashiach is here, there won't be night anymore. We won't need night anymore. There won't be, the Nachash is not going to be here anymore. We're going to get out of that whole spiel. The Mauritian didn't have night when it was there, when we were there. So as I do, now that I'm blocked, my blinds are down, and now I come and I need an achlata tova, what happens is that I'm raising the blind. Now, not all mitzvahs are raising the blind. Some mitzvahs are just strings. I feel it now. We have to be medagdik on that. And Tanya, talk about it. The tiniest thing have to be you have to be medagdik on that, because you're losing. Imagine you want to glide. You're on top. You're on 36,000 feet in the air. The plane is moving, and if he's missing a piece from the plane, it's going to fall. Right? Everything has to be exactly. There can't be a small hole in the plane, because it's going to start throwing the plane all over the place. It's going to start turbulence, and then it flips over. It's done. So as I take on an achlata tov, I'm going to keep Shabbos. The blinds are raised immediately. Once the blinds are raised, the oil comes in. If the oil comes in, I'm there, I'm present. I'm healed. There's nothing. There's no choshech. So the tifer, Mr. Haskell from the Maaseh, is not to get caught up now in the whole Reb Shaya thing. Reb Shaya ben Moshe has got alles angid. The guy comes here, is giving me a hard time. The police pulls me over. The cop pulls me over. Reb Shaya ben Moshe, Reb Shaya ben Moshe. That is absolutely keneged Torah. Why is this keneged Torah? Because I'm turning this into a chaz v'chalila to avodah zarah. Because sie gelungt einmal stamazoi. And same nicht, as jetzt God saying even that they're completely turned off by the whole thing. That's not the avoid of it. The thing is to understand that when I go through my hardship, when I'm in my choshech, that it's not really real. My choshech is not real. That's not where it's at. We are really oir. The tzaddik is a lichtigkeit. The tzaddik is a lichtigkeit that has the koyach to take teva and mashana teva to lamayla miteva. And with this, we're going to go into this week's parsha. Well, this will serve on this week's parsha, unless still something else will come soon. This week's parsha is Shemini. So after the Shiva Mei Miliam was machten besamigdash 7 Tage was gebrengt the karbonos, was mechanig when the Mishkan in the 8th Tag is redt man von Zois Achaya. Du hat man reden in der Woche parsha redt man von der Chaya to hören, so good. In other words, Shemini is the 8th note. 8th note is the higher consciousness. 8th note is the consciousness of Mashiach, is Mashiach awareness. And Achron Shal Pesach is also Shemini. So Shmini is der Hoiben Azach. Shmini is Lamaila Miteva, Lamaila Mitam Vedas, Lamaila. It's Beli Agbala. It has no boundaries. It does not belong in Welt. It doesn't belong in world. It's too high for Welt. We don't. Shmini has no shaykhs to us. However, we are Shemini people. We are Shabbos people. We are Shabbos Eden. We're the Hoiben Eden. We're the Hoiben Eden. We're the Hoiben creation. Because we are Oipanav Shalavai, Oipanav from Creator. We are so powerful, we are so much light that if I have an Achlata Tov, immediately there's no more choshech. I can heal myself. People have a story from a tzaddik, boom, the light comes in and the blinds are raised. So this is the koich of this week Shabbos, which is after Pesach. We're going into Shemini, but I've led them in the tzad, you have to live with the times. The parsha of the week is not just a parsha. The parsha of the week is what's happening in Welt, period. Braishis Vayaru Lech Lecho. This is the oil that's happening in Welt. This is what being mamshel now. The tzaddikim say Torah that week on that week's parsha. They're mispasha that. They're yonik from that oil, and they bring it down to Welt and they spread that for everybody into our and this is our program is right now operating on that consciousness, on this Dvar Torah, on these are the letters of the week. This is what's being discussed right now. The famous line, "B'mi nimlach," before Eibishter was geschaffen the Welt. B'mi nimlach, mit wem hat sich berufen? Who was in the board over there discussing this thing? But tzaddikim, b'nishmasayim shel tzaddikim. Who are the nishmasayim shel tzaddikim? Va'amech kulam tzaddikim. We are all the tzaddikim. We were all there, all the neshamas. We were all sitting there, and we were hovering. And Boira was like, okay, who's got metin? What were they discussing? What were they talking about? They were talking Torah. They were talking Chassidus. Torah's Mashiach. That's what they were discussing. Bavli and all that other stuff is once we were in the program, that's when we got the Torah, because now we have to do a tikkun and a bitter to the rest of Welt. But what was being discussed, the ultimate Seif Mas Machshav Tchila was Torah's Mashiach. So this is what this week's parsha is. Shemini is that this is the Vach. This week is the Ur of this week. Is Lamaila is the Koyach Shel is the Ur of Mashiach in Welt. In Welt. Now you know how do we bring down Pesach in Welt? How do I do now that I have this higher consciousness and I have this deeper understanding? How am I bringing it into Welt? Right? What's the world going to look like? We're all wondering, like, where's going to be the lightning? What does it look like? It looks exactly like this week looked like. We all went through now Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we're here Friday. How was the week? That's exactly what it's supposed to look like. And if you didn't see the Dvar Havai in it, now is the time, now is the koyach to tap into that, to understand that everything that I've been through, this is all Dvar Havai, to bring out this Galus Elikus in my week, in my day, in the moment. There can be one akud. We don't need many. We need 1 second, 1 split. It's a nitzis. Because if I live in the now, in the moment, I'm mispasha that moment. I don't need to dwell in up there trying to figure stuff out. I'm not figuring nothing out. I'm presently in the moment. This week is also Shabbos Mevarchim. Shabbos Mevarchim of Rosh Chodesh Ir. Ani Hashem Refecha. And as the Rebbe goes into in the Sikha, he's talking about the beautiful Sikha. He's talking about Ani Hashem Refecha is that a doctor can only heal la'asid. He can heal forward. He can't heal the past. Only Hashem Refecha can take out, can uproot a machla, something that somebody has completely, and as if it was never there. So this is the koyach. This is the koyach that we're going into from this week's month, which comes after Nisan. Nisan is we're going out of Mitzrayim. We went out of Mitzrayim, and now we need, same way we need also the nefesh, the neshama had a download. We had a massive download of neshama of oil, but now our guvs are still, it's weak. It's like I can't handle. How do I do this during the week? How do I go into this? How am I going to open some? I had a tremendous revelation, breakthroughs, eye openers. People are shtickle anxieties, and we spoke about anxiety is an overload of oil. There's too much oil and I can't process it. My nefesh, my guf can't process it. It's too much. I don't know how to, too much means I don't know how to put it into vel. How do I deal with this? With A, B, C, D, and F, G, my child, my kids, chalimah, the teacher, the Rebbe, what do I do? Camps, all that good stuff. So this is why we have the ear comes in now, Ni Hashem Refecha, that even lemefrai, it's basically uploading now the guf. Now we're going, in ear we're working on the guf. On ear we're healing the bodies, that we will be able to open up this oil. And what a way to start the month. Rosh Chodesh Yir going in to Reb Shaila and all that stuff. All right, have an awesome Shabbos, and it should be an awesome Shmini. Shmini is the fattens, and Shalzam mit Chachmas Timo, the oil, the fat should come down, should open us up. We should seep through our brains and our minds with the oil of higher consciousness. And Torah is a Torah, and this is ultimately Torah's and consciousness of being present in the moment with Mashiach to in a revealed way. We should already wake up to it. L'chaim.